Life flows on the river of purpose. We're all carried by the uncertainty of its own unfolding. Chasing purpose is all about nurturing faith, setting intentions, pursuing aspirations, all while living boldly. Chasing Purpose aims to inspire, uplift, and empower people through real-life stories. Stories that encapsulate life's memorable moments and enduring life lessons. Chasing Purpose with host Cynthia.
The start of 2022 offers us the opportunity to put our dreams and visions into place. That tug and pull that you're feeling, the restless nights with ideas burgeoning, that is your purpose calling, ready, willing, and certainly able to help you actualize your heart's desires. We here at the Bridge 99 FM, Irie Jam Radio, Caribbean Global Network, and of course our Chasing Purpose family wish you all the very best for 2022 and beyond. This evening, I am so excited for the conversation we are about to have. Tonight, we are focusing on our pillar, living boldly. If it's one thing I am intentional about in this season and will continue to be intentional about, is being unapologetically me. Last year, we had the pleasure to have a conversation about this very thing with Angelique Spencer Martin. Her clear understanding about living boldly further affirmed my commitment to myself and what I want for you all. In all that you do, no matter what it is, do it boldly. Welcome to Chasing Purpose, a space where we nurture faith, set intentions, pursue aspirations, all while what? Living boldly. Chasing Purpose is a journey of self-development, self-love, healing, and spirituality. And our aim each and every week is to empower, inspire, and uplift you with our thought-provoking conversations. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Chasing Purpose with Cynthia Clark. We're going to have a lot of purposeful content coming your way. We are joined by none other than Jamaican stylist Nico Bootleg Rockstar Kelly. All right, but let me just give you a quick backstory before we start. Nico, I think we met virtually in 2009. I started my first clothing line. It was called Signature 78. And this time I was living abroad, and it was all about social media and getting content and creating content. I knew nothing. I still to this day know nothing about that world. However, what I did do is did my homework on who was supposed to be the stylist in Jamaica to create looks for everybody that went to Jamaica or was, in that world, in the creative space. And this name kept coming up, Bootleg Rockstar. I had no idea who he was, but his name kept coming up. So I just went with it. We sent our clothes down to, I don't even know how we got the clothes down to. Nonetheless, Nico and I met. And the looks that he created and has created for me thus far have been nothing but, shall we say, rockstar-esque?
Iconic.
Welcome to Chasing Purpose, Nico. How are you?
I'm good, thanks
Do
for
I call you
having
Nico
me.
or Rockstar? Because we have a whole different off-camera relationship, So this conversation is going to be very, very funny. How are you, Nico?
I'm good. How are you?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Oh, God, I love him. All right. Tonight, I have the pleasure of speaking with this, shall we say icon? He likes to refer to himself as an icon.
In private.
In private. But we're going to be talking about living unapologetically, living boldly, being our true self. As the new year starts, it's not like everything that happened in 2021 or the previous year is just going to go away. But in this year, what I want for myself, what I want for our viewers, what I want for you, for everybody is to be our authentic self. And that's something I think that you embody to its fullest.
Thank you.
I want to publicly say congratulations to you and all that you have achieved and the doors that you have kicked down and for the amazing looks that that will surely go down in history, because we already know, right? Well, let me ask you, what does it mean for you, especially in this time, to be unapologetically you?
For me, it means living and fulfilling the highest expression of yourself.
The highest expression of yourself.
That's what it means to me, to live boldly, to be unapologetic, to be confident, even on days where I don't really feel too confident, but that's it.
The highest version of yourself. I think that's the first gem that we've gotten for tonight. Again, guys, please make sure that you're journaling, you're writing things down, drinking water, because, ooh, child, Mr. Kelly is going to, am I going to talk something? I think I'm going to try to draw it out. He's acting shy now, but I'm going to try to draw him out. All right, you have overcome a lot in your life. How do you maintain your positivity?
By being hopeful. I have a mom that I love dearly, and my nephews and my siblings, and I'm hopeful for their lives as much as I'm hopeful for mine. Trying to live to see them fulfill the expression of themselves. So that's what really keeps me. It's the fuel that keeps me going.
Keeps you going. You were recently awarded the LGBT Person of the Year. Contributions to the LGBT community. I know you are just being your true self. So it wasn't, and I know you're a person that's, really love the excitement as much as if you guys are following him, him love the camera, no, but personally he doesn't love the accolades and stuff like that. What did something like this mean to you, especially knowing that you're out here giving people hope, not wanting to, not out there just just being yourself?
I always say, be myself is the activism. That's I don't have to parade with a stake. I don't have to be a walking,
Billboard.
big announcement, billboard. Just be myself is enough. I feel like, and visibility is very important because people like to feel represented in many different ways, not just by waving a rainbow flag, but just being your authentic self, and people can learn from that and be inspired.
Yeah. Not just about being unapologetically you, but also living boldly. I think that's something that you do just flawlessly.
Thank you.
What does that mean for you?
It means, I can't be nobody else. I literally don't know how to wake up and be anyone else. So for me, it's my saving grace. It's very important for my mental health and my sanity. So I have to just be myself. There's no other way.
You talk about mental health and sanity. There are a lot of individuals that are grappling with who they are, no matter how they identify. How would you advise them on overcoming that specific issue? Advice
like that has to be customized, I feel like, because people go through different things and people have different issues with themselves. But first, the foundation has to be loving yourself. Has to be. If you don't start with that, everything else will collapse. So once you love yourself and you're honest with yourself, you do not argue with reality, because you cannot argue with reality. You'll be a fool. So
you cannot argue with reality. You cannot argue with reality. There's a lot there, because everybody, as much as you see all of us here, right? Well, you're not seeing all of us here. You're just seeing Nico and I on camera. But each person that's behind the scenes, wherever you are right now, we have our own sense of reality. The notion that you cannot argue with reality, I think, is brilliant. If we and the honesty, Nico, I think. The honesty that we all need to have is a whole come to Jesus in itself. A lot of us are not honest with ourselves.
And so we can't fix the problem.
No, how can we not? All right, we have to jump to a quick commercial break, but more with my friend Nico and living unapologetically and living boldly right here on Chasing Purpose.
Irie Jam, the ultimate reggae experience.
Irie Jam around the world, you see?
Questions about vaccines are circulating on social media and in casual conversations. Understanding the facts are critical to fighting the virus by using a vaccine that's both effective and free of cost to New Yorkers. VIP Community Services is committed to ensuring the success of the Bronx vaccination efforts. Our goal is to continue to address vaccine hesitancy, foster vaccine confidence, and convey information about the vaccine efficacy and safety. We at VIP Community Services believe in a sustained partnership with our communities. Look for us in your neighborhood. We're here to answer the questions you have about the vaccine, to hear your concerns, and provide evidence-based facts so you can make an informed decision. Sign up today to get your COVID-19 vaccine. Contact us at 718-466-8244 or visit our website at vipservices.org.
This is Irie here to invite you to the new show On Grace, Sundays 10 p.m.
Now you know that's my kind of program. Hi, I'm Janice Julian, here to tell you about an exciting religious program. Giving righteousness a chance to evangelize is the new lifestyle for everyday living. Yes, by God's grace and mercy, we live and breathe. Share how God's grace is working in your life. Hear from those who are clergy called and ask them those thought-provoking questions on grace. Join us on Irie Jam Radio, Sundays at 10 p.m. for On Grace, and give righteousness a chance to evangelize.
You don't want to miss it. On Grace, Sunday at 10 p.m.
On Irie Jam this Sunday, 10 p.m. Junior
Ready for meat alternatives to traditional Jamaican dishes? Then visit Tomatis Restaurant and Grill, 796 Meacham Avenue in Elmont, near the intersection of Meacham and Dutch Broadway.
Please, mister, don't squeeze the tomato.
Chef owner Yvonne Levy and her staff will thrill your taste buds with plant-based meat alternatives to many traditional Jamaican dishes. Yes, you can get your escovitch fish and jerk chicken done with tofu and mushrooms as alternatives. Takeout and delivery service is available. Tomatis, 796 Meacham Avenue in Elmont, 516-599-0891. Visit them today.
If the feeling is good, I want to hear you say, Irie!
Welcome back to Chasing Purpose, heard right here on the Bridge 99 FM and in the New York Tri-State area at Irie Jam Radio. Again, happy New Year to all of our purpose soars. Tonight we are joined with stylist and creative director and all these things.
Baga things now.
Baga things, Mr. Nico Kelly. We're talking about living unapologetically, being our authentic selves. And Nico shared insights as it pertains to loving ourselves more, being honest. I think a lot of us are not honest with ourselves. And I also want to point out that a lot of times in the beginning of the year, we're talking about, we're going to restart, we're going to do this, whatever. But remember, we still have baggage from 2021 and before then that we are going to carry into. We're humans, you know? But right. What I would like us to talk about, and this is going to be an ongoing conversation, is releasing that baggage. And so we're a little bit lighter in 2022, which leads me to my next question, Nico. What are you intentional about for 2022?
What am I intentional about? My legacy. I'm very big on that because I feel like when I do die, hopefully not soon. No. When I do die, I want to be remembered, not just like me as a person, but my work and what I've contributed to Jamaican culture, to Caribbean culture, to just even globally. Yeah. So I'm very intentional about what I do, what I put out, what's known of me, and the work that I do. I like to top myself if it's not going to be greater or add to the legacy that I already have working on. I don't want to do it. So I want to be very intentional about my legacy and my branding and how I am perceived.
And is perception for you important?
In my personal life, no, because I really don't care. What people have to say about me, I really don't care.
That's true, guys.
But as it relates to work, you have to understand that that fashion is a moving target and people are very, as much as there's a lot of like diversity now and inclusion, it's still very shallow. And your first introduction to anyone is how you look. So I'm very big on how I'm perceived. Not even how I'm perceived, but more how I put myself out there. The feedback I care about, but I don't really care that much. But once I know that my delivery is authentic, the reaction, if they're against my delivery, then that's their problem. I want to know my delivery is authentic and it feels like me.
You spoke about your legacy, right? And I think a lot of young people too, I think in a certain age group, people do think about legacy, like legacy building, generational wealth building. But I feel like a lot of people you're a millennial. Yeah, are you considered a millennial or you're old?
I stopped counting from like 10.
Okay, so like for my millennials that are watching, right? I'm not sure that we are, especially in this microwave Instagram following world, we are really focused on or thinking about legacy.
People are obsessed with things that just go viral, and then they're thirsty for the next good thing.
And in that thirst, they're not even realizing that 10, 20, 30 years down the line, that very thing that you were thirsty about, that got you maybe a few likes, a few follows, is going to be a part of your legacy. And
now you struggle to keep up with people, and they struggle to keep up with you, and then you don't become your authentic self, and you're trying to source stuff to keep people happy that you think will make them happy. So that's our next problem.
I mean, yeah, that is a problem, because you're now having to keep up. This keeping up thing, this you call it keeping up with the Joneses. This keeping up with the Joneses has really sunk a lot of people. Has really sent people into a tailspin, into just a deep dive into where they do not need to be. So keeping up with the Joneses is something that I will tell you guys to stop, to not do, because one, it's not filling, it's not serving.
It's not.
And I think in today's world, in today's society, in this season that we're in, we need to be making sure that what we're doing, what we're putting out there is serving us. I think far too many times, or far too much, we are thinking about what our followers, what the clicks are like,
and less about how this represents me as a person. People don't think about that. People don't.
No.
And then they wonder, like, why am I not happy?
Right.
Because you keep putting out stuff that's not really you, and people now know you for somebody else that you're not. Right. And then when they treat you like the person you aren't, you're upset.
Yeah. Oh, Nico, yes, with the insight. Are you chasing your purpose, or have you found your purpose?
I'm still chasing my purpose. Yeah. It's a moving target.
It is?
It is.
And then when you find that purpose, there's purpose within that purpose.
Exactly. Yeah. So I do feel like though my dreams are coming true. Being a stylist is the ultimate dream of mine. So that is, I don't want to say I can die and be happy, but I can be content knowing that I made my dream a reality. And there's so much more to unpack and to do and to achieve. But so far, I'm very, 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 very happy that my dream of just being a stylist, whether it's locally, regionally, internationally, I'm happy that that has come to life.
Do you find, now that when you do a look back, did you think it was unattainable?
In Jamaica, yes. I always knew that I was going to be a stylist. I was very delusional when I was living like a stylist.
You knew what you were going to do. You already had it in you. Remember, I believe that purpose is already is within, right? Your gifts are already there. It's just for you to unearth, and you've done that quite brilliantly.
Thank you.
But there's many of us that don't realize. They don't believe that they have the purpose.
The purpose.
You know, so you having it, you knowing. So it's not you being delusional, you know. It's you knowing.
It's like you know you have a gift, but where do you pick it up? Like you know you're gonna get to it, but you're just waiting. Because when I was in high school, I used to tell all my friends all the time I was gonna be a stylist, and even before too. But I didn't know how I was going to be a stylist. Because I thought like being a stylist in Jamaica, like, oh God, come on, like it's not that prominent of a thing. So I was thinking like overseas, because I used to watch a lot of MTV, VH1, America's Next Top Model. So I was like, okay, my career as a stylist is going to be overseas. And then I was like, nah, it can happen here, because people have done it before me. Not a day goes by where I don't stand in remembrance of people who were there before me, popular or not, because I'm just a part of something that was already built. So I don't sit here thinking that I'm this saving grace for Jamaican fashion or anything like that. So
I love this kid. Have you ever thought about how you would want to impact the world?
Yes. Me being myself, it always boils down to me being myself. I feel like, because fashion, like people move on from fashion so quickly. But when you are a person who's solid and you're grounded, even when everyone around you wants to bury you beneath that ground, you have to stand firm and just know that you are who you are and let that be the beacon and not something that has to be updated every 6 months. Who you are can be updated, but the true you remains, the column of you remains. So I want that to impact people, knowing that this is somebody who had a dream, set out to make a living off of that dream, turn their passion into a career, and hopefully that inspires somebody, because growing up I never had representation.
Growing up, you never had representation, but there's so much that you just said that I want to unpack. One of the main things that jumped out at me, that is a gem for us, is a firm foundation. A lot of people they don't think about these things. Setting up, making sure you have a firm, solid foundation to build yourself off of. Forget about the brand that is Chasing Purpose or Sin or Nico, Bootleg Rockstar. The foundation before you reach there, so. The foundation before you set out in the world, that foundation has to be solid. That foundation has to be solid, because what you're going to find is that, as you said, when you begin to build on a shaky foundation, you sink. You find yourself in a downward spiral. It's like, and I'm not really wanting to correlate it to an addiction, but you know when you get that first high and you kind of chase after that high, high, when all you're doing is really killing yourself.
Yep.
You're killing yourself.
Nothing substantial.
Nothing substantial. So make sure, guys, that as we are, on this journey, as we're talking about living boldly and being honest with ourselves and loving ourselves, that the foundation that we are trying to apply to these things is a solid one. And if you're unclear what that means or what that looks like, I mean, one, it starts within. I mean, you spoke about not having representation, which is a big deal.
Listen, so now when people say to me that you inspire me, and I'm like, oh gosh, like what? Like I had to look at outside influences and inspiration to feel like a kid in Jamaica from a fishing village actually could achieve what I'm achieving now. Because I used to look at like the Tyra Banks and like there was nobody here, like even on career at school, nobody came as a stylist or a fashion designer. So now standing in that space where I can say, okay, and it took me a while to accept that I'm an inspiration, because I don't think about those things. I just live, and for people to say that I'm not only, because sometimes we think we're living for ourselves. We're not. Our lives are important to people that we don't even know. So understand and accepting that has been like a really, really tricky thing for me, because I don't like people to put me on a pedestal either, because that gives me pressure. When I'm under pressure, I don't feel like being myself.
When you're under pressure, you don't feel like being yourself?
I don't feel like being myself, because I feel like there's an expectation of me outside of just who I am.
But as someone that lives in the public eye, though, you are unfortunately, I mean, things are placed on persons that that put themselves out there. So things are placed on persons that, like, you just received the Person of the Year, right? And the person that selected you to be awarded this, they saw something in you. They saw something in you. That inspired them to give you the award. And I'm sure there's a whole lot more where that is coming from, because you are an inspiration. However, the notion of the pressure, that comes with the territory.
It does, and I don't think about it. I don't give into it, because I don't like it. Even with my parents, I always tell them, don't expect much from me. Let me live. And hopefully I get it right.
I'm safe to say that your parents think you got it right.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want their dreams to become my dreams. So I don't want anyone telling me what I should do. You can guide me in morality, but don't guide me as it relates to my dreams and what I want to do.
So I talk about this a lot on here and outside of this this space about parents and parents putting their dreams on us, and in turn, me now being a parent, putting dreams on my children, and that's something that I have to remember. We all have to remember that. I think what you said is spot on. Guide me with the morality. Morality. Give me the values. Give me the respect. Teach me the manners. Teach me those things. Teach me that I have purpose. Teach me that I have purpose. Okay. But
let me find it.
But let me find it. Right. Guide me. Let me find it. And let me live my dream. I think that is absolutely brilliant, brilliant. Abby is back there wrapping me up. When it come back, more with Nico and Chasing Purpose.
You're listening to Irie Jam.
Are you looking for a professional answering service for your church or business? Call the admin pool at 800-842-3646. 800-842-3646. The admin pool. Rebuilding together can make a difference.
Oh, we know you're ready. It's the Reggae Love Fest, Friday, February 11th, featuring Shabba Ranks.
Girls, everything.
Super Cat, Barrington Levy, Junior Reed, Cuddy Ranks, John Penn, and Shaka Demus and Pliers. Shabba Ranks, Super Cat, Barrington Levy, Junior Reed, Cuddy Ranks, John Penn, and Shaka Demus and Pliers. Radio City Music Hall, Friday, February 11th. Save the date right now. Tickets available at the Radio City box office and Ticketmaster. Part of the Chase concert series, produced by ATC Presents.
Agewell, New York offers Medicare Advantage prescription drug plans for those with Medicare or Medicare and Medicaid. Call now 718-696-0204. That's 718-696-0204 or log on to agewellnewyork.com.
Irie Jam.
You're listening to Irie Jam.
I mean, Irie Jam Radio, currently representing 93.5 FM. Everybody wanna feel like free.
If you hear this good, I want to hear you say Irie.
Welcome back to Chasing Purpose. Tonight we are talking with Nico Kelly, and we're discussing living boldly. We're discussing living unapologetically ourselves, being our authentic selves, loving ourselves, being true to ourselves and who we are, and leaving legacy. Nico, I'm going to ask you, what is your why?
What is my why? Why do I get up every day and do this? Why? Because it makes me feel purposeful, most importantly. And I want to have a legacy that not only I can enjoy when I'm older, but like my family and my generations after me. And I do this because I want to be somebody.
We all want to be somebody.
We all want to be somebody. Yeah. And we all want to belong. And I feel like I belong when I'm working. I feel like that's my space of feeling powerful and feeling valid. Yeah. So that's my why.
You're in your space of working. You have put together some really amazing looks. Yes, you do. You try. And you've worked with some brilliant, brilliant talent, locally and internationally. What inspires your creativity, you think?
Not wanting to be mediocre, and also, especially for when I'm styling Jamaican figures, I think about, because we're so stuck in the 90s aesthetic when it comes
Look
to
here now,
Jamaica.
look here now, look here now. 90s was the best
No,
era.
It will always be the best, but I'm here to tell you that I want to change that.
Okay.
So what inspires my creativity is just wanting to make my generation and my work a time capsule for my period. Not just with me, but the people I work with, the designers, the makeup artists. So changing the culture, I feel like we need to move past the 90s and create something for the new culture, the new era of Jamaica. So that really inspires me to make a difference culturally and visually.
You are very vocal about Jamaican artists and celebrating them and the looks that you create for them. As you just said, you create really epic looks. And I know there's a project that you're working on. I believe it's called Icons. Yeah, and I think Nadine
the first one.
Yeah, was the first one,
of
which
course,
of course
Icon.
was an iconic look.
Right.
And again, kudos to you. This is something that I think, we should have been done. But in the arts space, in the creative space here in Jamaica, we've had conversations off camera that I believe we should be so much further along. And I believe that just like reggae music, the creative industry, film, fashion, everything, we should be further along.
Everything.
So there is something that I'm a champion for. I'm advocate for. I'm a lover of Caribbean fashion design. That's how we even got in cahoots with each other. But talk to us about the project Icons and why it's so important to you.
So I grew up in a very cultured household. My dad was obsessed with berries, obsessed with
parent
Buju,
isn't.
right? So I grew up loving these people and not even realizing that one day I might be able to work with these people. And now being in the space where I can be like, I've worked with that. It's just mind-blowing. But when Lee Scratch Perry died, the only proper photo I could find was a photo of an overseas publication of him. I was like, wait, no Jamaican creative? Don't even have a picture of this boy, Lee Scratch Perry, I'm shoot him 1990, whatever. It was so embarrassing. I was like, no, we need to change this. We need to give these people visuals that represents their career and the impact and the longevity and their contribution to our culture. So this project now is just me giving them their flowers while they're alive and giving them that visual that really represents them. So God forbid if they pass or even if they're being honored, there's something from a local creative, not just a stylist, a photographer, a makeup artist, a hairstylist, that we can say, okay, this was done by creative Jamaican people. So,
and as you talk, I know the film industry can talk about having
Dancehall Queen and
Dancehall Queen,
Jimmy Cliff movie,
the Jimmy Cliff movie, even a plethora of Damien Jr. Gong's videos were shot here locally by, of course, one of our amazing creative directors. But there's a lot of persons in the space of fashion that I do not believe we have really tapped into, right? Because again, when you look at any iconic, or even let's look at Nadine Wills then, who was the I believe she was a supermodel that did that Gucci campaign. Okay,
supermodel.
Why was that not short hair? Why was something like that? And I know that we're trying better, but I think the space of fashion, we still have so much more
and
to
also,
go.
You can't even blame local creatives because the Vogue magazines and the Glamour and the Elle, they come into Jamaica, they're hiding somewhere in the country and they don't request local creatives to do anything. They shoot,
they bring in,
and then they go. So the government needs to put something in place that I feel like offers us the opportunity, not just to come and set and be assistants to Beyonce or something, like let us actually be in the field and work. Like we understand you have your team, but we can do, if the Vogue Challenge didn't prove to people that we can do a great job, I don't know what else will.
And by the way, please, 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 if you guys do not know what the Vogue Challenge was, just hashtag that Vogue Challenge. Nico created an iconic look for me and we were featured.
Yep.
Like we
Teen
were absolutely
Vogue,
like teen. Yeah.
Good Morning America,
Yes.
Essence, everywhere.
Like, and this is what we're talking about, right? Where we here locally should be creating these looks for these publications, and we should have our own. I don't know that we have any publication right now, and if I am wrong, please correct me. But
we don't.
I don't believe we have and you know that's something that we have been working on with Caribbean style file court thing, but. We need that. That's something that for me, I crave. Whenever I travel overseas and I come back, I tell you, when I get into wherever airport I'm coming back from, I've spent a disgusting amount of money on magazines. I mean, and there's so much creativity here. When I see an Essence, which is a black public publication, and they do a feature on Caribbean aesthetic or whatever. They use an Old Navy. Look here, that's a whole other conversation. It's a whole other chasing purpose. But what I'm going to do as we're talking about style, I'm going to reintroduce tonight's guest as we switch from purpose into something we both love, which is style and fashion. So tonight, guys, I'm going to introduce to you none other than creative director, iconic look maker, Mr. Bootleg Rockstar. Mr. Rockstar. All right, we're talking about fashion and style now, big and serious, because it's something that we do take very serious. Why is style so important on your purpose, on your journey of purpose?
Because style, as I said before, it's my playground. It's where I feel valid. It's where I feel meaningful. Because I've dreamt ever since I could like articulate words, just to be a fashion stylist. So this is my purpose. Your purpose, yes. It's my purpose.
Yes.
It's my purpose.
Oh my gosh.
It is.
There's so much people, and again, kudos to your parents for being your guides, right? Because they, as you said, they did not place their dreams on you. You know, what they would have wanted for themselves.
They sat back and watched me to just live and just hopefully I make something of myself. And I think I did.
I think you did.
I think I did. Not too bad.
You didn't do too bad.
I did feel hungry.
You didn't do too bad. Let's talk about purpose and the style, the purpose of style. What do you think the purpose of style is? To
express, it might sound so corny, I know, but to express yourself. To express, because even as a child, when you think about, when a little girl has a little pink dress or whatever, and like, oh my God, you're so cute, then a child that age realizes how important fashion
and
is.
putting themselves together.
Like it makes your father looks at you differently, or your mom or your cousins look at you in a completely different light. So fashion for a lot of people is identity. Identity. So it's a good way to reinforce who you are, and fashion is just a world of thrill. I love fashion.
A world of thrill. Okay, how can someone find their personal style?
By taking risks. Taking risks.
Yes, agreed.
That your mental, you have to attack your mental before you attack your closet. You have to approach your head before anything else. Take a risk. Get rid of stuff that you don't wear. There's so many stuff in your closet. See, I know that's you. Yes. So many stuff in your closet that you see every day, and it frustrates you because it can't fit, or you don't see that as your personal style. Yeah. So get rid of stuff that you don't need.
My problem though is that I think it's gonna come back. It's gonna be, I'm like, no, this will be a vintage piece. I can't throw it away.
Yeah, but it makes getting dressed in the morning very hard, because you
That's
look,
true.
It really ruins your mood. Like, oh, that jacket again that I can't wear.
Yeah,
and like,
it's true.
So experimenting, taking chances, and understanding how you want to portray yourself. It's very important. Sit. Look at influences and be like, okay, this is what I really want to look like. People get dressed every day not knowing what they want to look like.
True.
They just do it for function, not fashion. So that's a thing to change.
No, we're not doing it for function.
No, we're not doing it for function.
We're not here for that.
Even if I wear a size 10 and the shoes is size 2 and you look good, put it on. Yes.
What are 5 key pieces people should have in their closet right now?
A black suit, whether it's formal or casual, full black outfit, sunglasses, especially for women, a good bag, a really good bag. For men, a blazer, good jeans. What else? Good shoe. You can't go wrong with a good shoe.
Yeah. Okay, we just talked about key pieces that we should have in our closet. What are the 5 staple pieces that you have in your closet?
Everyone knows I love Converse,
Yeah.
so Converse for sure, for sure. Black tee, always. A fitted jeans, blue or black, a nice jacket, especially a double-breasted jacket, and sunglasses.
Yeah. And on that note, we have to jump to a quick commercial break, but stick and stay, because when we come back, we're going to be talking about trends from last year and what we should have in our closet for 2022. Be right back.
Irie Jam, Real Caribbean Radio.
93.5 VIP.
Are you a business owner or entrepreneur? Do you have questions regarding your bookkeeping or taxes? Case Williams Accounting and Consulting Services can help. We provide expert help with sales taxes, payroll services, bookkeeping, and full-service accounting, QuickBooks, and online accounting systems. Whether you're a sole proprietor, corporation, or LLC, we can assist in structuring your accounting and compliance needs, serving business owners in our community for over 20 years. For a no-obligation consultation, call us at 914-361-4500 or visit us online at casewilliams.com. Accounting for your needs. Call now, 914-361-4500.
This isn't the sound of bad manners. It's people gathered and filled with joy thanks to Golden Crust Caribbean Restaurant Catering. We'll cater you with flavorful home-style Jamaican meals cooked from scratch with fresh ingredients in every batch. Get the nicest jerked chicken, braised oxtails, patties, and more to keep everyone satisfied. Spice up your link up with catering from Golden Crust. Find locations at goldencrust.com or order online with Easy Cater.
Ladies Night R&B Super Jam, Thursday, February 10th at Barclays Center with the incredible Boys to Men. Keisha Cole. El DeBarge. Music Soul Child.
So many things I've got to tell you.
Genuine. Avant, Drew Hill, Tank, and Big Daddy Kane. Barclays Center, Thursday, February 10th. Tickets available at SeatGeek or the Barclays box office. Produced by Adam Torres Concerts.
Connecting. Stay connected.
Irie Jam.
Irie Jam.
Yeah. She kissed me first thing in the morning. Then she said, baby, have a good day. She no hear from me, she'll be calling. Tell me what more can I say? Feels like I won 100 million. I found a good woman. I found a good woman. Like I won 100 million. I got a good woman. I got a good woman. She's the full package, everything I need. Maybe I am lucky cause I can't believe she's more of everything that's guaranteed. Just watch how she walks. She's got that attitude, that's her style, and it gives me the feels. Then she change her mood with her smile. All this can't be real. He's like I won 100 million. I found a good woman. I found a good woman. Like I won 100 million. I got a good woman. I got a good woman. Can't believe the way how she got me still. Each and every day I feel the thrill. Even bad days she finds a will to take good care of me. And she loyal, royal. To the end of the world she'll go. I'm so shook, I'm hooked, and she don't even know. He's like I won 100 million. I found a good woman. I found a good woman. Like I won 100 million. lunch at midday. She give me love in the evening. Tell me what more can I say?
Welcome back to Chasing Purpose. I really am so excited the way that we're kicking off our 2022. And tonight, we're talking about style. We're talking about also living boldly. We're talking about being our authentic selves. Right now, as we talk about style with the style curator himself, Mr. Bootleg Rockstar, we're going to talk about the trends that happened in 2021. Take us through some of the trends that happened.
Oh God, it was a mess. My least favorite trend was the skinny glasses, the very, very tiny glasses.
Oh, the thin ones.
Oh God, I'm so over them.
They give me Clueless vibes. What was that? Yeah,
I hate it. And when I get big and you wear the skinny glasses, like it's just not a good look. What else? I saw fanny packs being a thing. Still.
But yeah, still, right. They kind of came
again,
back. And
that was for utility, not for fashion. So throw it away, Sid. Throw it away.
All right.
I do, however, loved the masked look. I don't want to say thanks to COVID because that's very insensitive, but because of COVID, people were being more creative
with their masks.
Exactly, and then we see that the whole Balenciaga thing with Kim K, and then we see like just other artists just really pushing forward that what would I call it, like a burglar trend, fashion trend.
Yeah.
So that was that, and I hated the mini handbags too. Oh God.
Did you?
I hated that.
I mean, what do you think the story behind that was? I never understood because what could I really put in there? No, not even aesthetic. What could I put in there?
Like,
and then he spent this bag of money on. Oh.
It's for the Jack Ma bags.
Yeah.
Super expensive.
Yes.
And they can't hold not even your charger.
I mean, they were cute for like a Cabbage Patch Kid, but I get it. I guess.
I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, same.
I'm glad it's over.
I'm with you. All right, let's talk about 2022. Here we are, 2022. What do you think you can forecast for this year?
Color blocking. It's going to be so huge,
really?
Especially with green. Because we see like last year, Bottega really made green the color.
Signature color, yes.
So that's going to go into this year.
Okay.
So a lot of
and when you say color blocking, you mean like mod fashion back in the 60s, like that?
More street style, and it's more like having like a orange jacket with like a purple t-shirt underneath.
Yes, like I love that. I do love that.
Nothing too structured, but just super stylish, like different color on color, not even prints, but just color on color. That's gonna be super huge.
Okay.
Another trend, mini suits, like for women with like the little crop blazers and with the mini skirts and the tube top underneath. That's gonna be super huge.
I can't do that.
You can't do that? No,
I can't. No.
But that's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Boots are gonna be huge also.
Thigh high, knee high,
ankle boots and calf boots, especially calf boots are gonna be so huge.
You see what I'm saying? And then you would have me now throw away all of my my shoes from. No, I'm not. All right, fine. I see. I have calf boots for this year.
So, yeah, calf boots. What else? Monochrome. I don't feel like monochrome has ever been clearly.
No, I love a good monochrome look. My biggest thing is black, though. You know, everything in my closet is black. I love a black on black.
But when the shades of black are too far from each other, I don't like that.
Yeah, no. I agree.
Like some black just look washed out.
Yes, yeah. No, I agree. But I love a good fresh monochrome look. And for my purposes that do not know what monochrome is, that means that it's all one color.
Right.
Right? Is that the correct definition?
That is. I could have phrased it better, but that's the one. And also, pearls.
Yeah. And he's already
especially on men.
Really?
It's gonna be, oh God, you see Harry Styles and Kanye and St. John doing it. It's gonna be so huge.
Yeah.
So
and those persons that you named, those guys are envelope pushers. Do you think that our guys here will adapt?
They're not fully, but they'll take one and two little items and try to incorporate it. But like it's Jamaican men, it's we need therapy sessions and we need styling
Yeah,
sessions and we need a lot of things for that.
And Nico is all the way here for it. He does amazing consults. Gives great advice. He does, and one thing that continues to stick out for me, especially in our COVID time here now. One of your big clients, your first international client, I think, right? You virtually styled. What was her name?
Kiki Palmer.
Kiki Palmer, right? Who is now just Shigana lead.
I
Yeah.
love her.
Yeah.
And, and I started through email.
Right.
Through email.
And that was so much years ago. So guys, if you want the consult, we can do it virtually. No problem. Just hit me up. All right. Has there ever been a time where you just didn't feel confident?
I don't want to sound arrogant, but I cannot remember a time when I was not confident.
Wow.
So I'm always confident. I'm always positive because I'm always hopeful.
Yeah.
So even if I have a bad moment or a bad situation, I never let it ruin my day.
Yeah.
So I'm always positive. You know this thing.
Yes, no, and I was just going to say, and Nico's been through some things. He maintained this positive aura. He maintained just his hopefulness, his just who he is at the core of who he is throughout so much. And you are, Nico, you continue to be a light. Never mind, me and him can't cuss, Looking up, me and him can't cuss. But you, and it's important, as you said, to give people flowers while they're here. You are an inspiration. I know you don't want to hear it, but you are an inspiration. I'm so beyond proud of who you are, the voice that you have for the personality behind Nico Kelly. I love that you inspire hope, right? And that you are a voice of change, because change is coming to Jamaica. I think it's already here on the shores. But just thank you for being who you are.
Thank you, Sam.
I really, I love you.
God.
I love you, even though
Not
you're
the
so
tears.
annoying. And not the tears. Oh, God, the girl could never. What are a few positive habits that one can develop to improve their self-esteem?
Oh, God, I always have to go back to this. And I feel like this, if you don't start with it, nothing else will matter. Love yourself. Yeah. It's not simple to do, but you can start the process. It takes time. You can love yourself. Once you start with that, everything after that, abrata.
Yeah. Where can our viewers find you?
Instagram, bootleg rockstar without the K. On every social media, bootleg rockstar.
Yeah. Talk to me about your. Are we not talking? We're not sharing
What?
the secrets. We're not talking the secrets. No. The skincare line. No. All right.
Yeah. We can talk about.
All right. Go ahead. Okay. Talk.
The skincare will be out before the ending of this month, and it's for everyone, guys and girls.
Okay.
It's cruelty free, and I've been working on it for so long. I'm excited as hell.
I'm excited for you.
For it to be out, so.
I'm excited for you. Nico, thank you again for being such a light. For being someone that, even before I moved here, was someone that I could confide in, someone that I knew if I needed a quick styling, no matter the hour, I could have called you. So thank you. Just thank you for who you are.
And thank you, Sam, for being on my journey and helping me find my purpose, because you really was the first person to actually trust me enough to send me stuff to use. Yeah. So I appreciate you for that.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
All right, so we jump to tonight, our purpose point of view. Our question tonight is, what is your style like?
Hello everyone, my name is Marcely Jackson. So how am I living boldly? I am living boldly by taking the time out to talk to God, waking up earlier each day to work on the goals that I set for myself. I also created a vision board to look back on whenever I need inspiration, motivation, and clarity. Finally, I'm investing more in myself, practicing self-care, and doing what makes me happy by giving back to others and spending time with my loved ones. I would say my style is being optimistic because I'm always open for good things to happen. So that's how I'm basically living boldly.
What's my style like? I don't think I have any style. think I'm a pretty simple woman that tried to live a very simple life. So I don't have any particular style. I just know that a little cuteness can go on now and then, but nothing flashy. Pretty simple girl.
Yes, greetings, Chasing Purpose. So you see my style now, my style. For me personally, it's just about comfort. You understand what I say? So as long as it's comfortable, as long as, we're all about living boldly, and sometimes being boldly means coming out of your comfort zone a bit. So I'm kind of struggling with that. But as long as it's comfortable, as long as it suits the context, suits my energy, suits my vibe, then I'm fine. So can I rock a suit one day, or we can just be laid back, rock some jeans and a nice polo shirt. As long comfort over everything.
Release the fear, the anxiety, and the self-doubt that holds you back. Allow yourself the confidence you need to go forth boldly, to find your purpose. Wishing you love, light, and purpose. Good night.
We up, yeah, free up, yeah. Balenciaga for me structure. Do them car bush get lit up, yeah.